Hello, everybody. RP back at Coastal Cottage here this wonderful Saturday afternoon. I hope that the new year is treating everybody well. Hope you're taking advantage of all those after holiday sales. Or avoiding crowds just like I do. Either is an excellent use of your time. Russ, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Okay, that stuff's put away. That's a little obviously floating. So let's start with that. Shouldn't need more than just one little post there. Let's see if we can... Alright, let's see if it won't go below. So, let's turn snapping off. And there we have visual support. Excellent. Okay, as we finished up last week, we've got our little tiny shack-o bar and clinic in here, and we started working on the house. I left the plywood laying around in case I needed to patch holes in the floor, and I did need to patch some holes in the floor. Although I'm considering leaving that open, I'll decide later. We have almost nothing to do with the upstairs yet, so I think that's what we want to work out today. How tall it is exactly the height of the barn. Okay. And it is definitely yeah. Kind of like that view. Need to come up with a way to give them a good window here. One thing I definitely need to do, though, is close off that. The only purpose that holds is to hide the existence of the underground area. I see I'm still having those. No, I did overlap like 2 or 3 pieces there, so I guess I'm still going to have those artifacts. How wide is the ramp from the ball tracks and scaffolding? Is it under stairs? It is. They don't have a thin one, do they? It would have been nice. Because then I could close off this area. We'll come up with something. Definitely have to come up with something there. See, one of the things that I kind of liked about concrete is they have these half walls that are exactly the size of a quarter floor. But I can't... Well, I could leave that there. I'll come up with something, because it's just not right. I might have to use the wood patches to deal with that. As for now, we are a little bit short of the back wall, but I'm not too concerned about that, because once I put the second floor up, it won't be as obvious. Okay, we know we need a wall on this piece. Come on, why won't you snap the way I want you to? Now, I know the outside ones. It's not like it knows that it's a... That's the one that I want. And then... that one can go there, and there. There we have a definite beginning. Liking that so far. I had a thought. A lot of Victorian houses had like little towers that stuck out from them. And New England had a lot of Victorian houses. So I was wondering if maybe I could have a tower on this side. It would be purely decorative because I don't think you'd be able to get up to the top of it. But it would help hide the ground outside. And it would give it some distinction. Brookie! Good to see you. Barbarian 2. Happy New Year to everybody. Yet, Di was saying that she was having that problem with, Fallout 4 and Nexus. And I was confused because I can't imagine why she's having that issue. How much shenanigans is this going to let me get away with? Okay, it won't let me use that as a snappable surface. So I don't need that there. But it might let me get away with this as a snappable surface. And snap down to it. It sure will. Will it do it on all... It's not cooperating on this side, but I can turn surface snap off. There we go. So let's do this. I can use these. I am out of... How am I... Uh-oh. I think my supply line's been cut. I don't know why running to the front door seemed to make sense. No, it still shows a supply line. It's definitely been cut, though. So I should have all the wood in the Commonwealth. I do not have quite the time to go search for where the injured party is. Let's put some wood in the workshop. And I'll leave that open. I'll probably need to walk through that again. Okay. Yeah, Vortex has actually been very user-friendly for myself. So, but to each his own. I mean, like Doug said, MO2 is very recommended as well, but it does require setup that I don't necessarily feel confident in my own abilities with. Let's get some damaged windows up top. Because we are, after all, in the Commonwealth. Now, some little ones. That could be like a little reading nook. And we know we need a half wall on that. The view in this direction is not as super pleasant. Only do one big window. Do a solid one. I damaged one of those. Did I use the same damaged one across? I did. Well, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just use the full one. Where are you? Don't hide from me. Now at this end, it will let me do this, which is absolutely mystifying. I mean, you can't even see it through... What did I put there? Oh my god, did I put a freaking concrete foundation there? Yeah, I did. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm going to run in a circle because I can't avoid running through holes that I put in my own floors. We already just tried this last time. No, it's letting me go this way. But it doesn't matter because that's too far out. I'm gonna try something. If I do that, it's... No. Ooh. What about doing this? Where's all the greenhouse stuff? There we go. The greenhouse doesn't have that big door though, so... This would give them the view. And we know that they're rebuilding the existing house, so we know that they would try some fancy crap. I know I need to have a flat roof coming off of this for it to look right. Unless... No, a flat roof makes sense there. Let's not try and outthink myself. Now the only question is here, would I like to do a gabled roof the odd size of this really does bother me. I would have preferred this window to be right up against that wall. Murmelnir, Groucho, welcome aboard. Happy to see you both. Christian, I actually have not attempted to change load order in Vortex, so I'm not the best person to ask for on that one. Trying to think. There is a tutorial video. I'm trying to think of who put it out. Now, I can go with this roof. Which gives us at least a completed room up here. Still need to close that wall off. Let's just use a flat old wall. Hold on, guys. I have to say hello to my beautiful wife. I'm back. Thanks for standing by. Now, unless I missed my guess, I might have to stand here in order to get it to snap. It doesn't want to snap there. Will this one snap here? No. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some Where did that go? Thank God I didn't push the button on that one, because I had no idea where it was. Oh, that's actually kind of handy, having that there. And then this one. See how many things we can force to... Where did... Am I blind? Alright, turn snapping off. And just place the darn things. Place that one there. Then this one... Hello. There we go. Come here. And this one right here. And by gosh, by golly, it looks like an almost solid wall. An almost solid wall, he said, with confidence. And at least now I won't be falling down the stairs. Put a rail up here, if it'll accept one. That would help if I turned snapping back on first. Not even gonna pretend that I'm capable of dealing with that easily. Alright. What the? I did not know I had a shack bridge with plywood on it. Plywood. Help if I looked in the right category, right guys? That's too wide. It'll go through the floor. I don't want it to go through the floor. Or go through the wall. I meant to say wall. Wow, I am just... Words, do I know them? That's a little bit better of a choice. Actually, it's a lot better of a choice. Just to keep me from falling down the inevitable falling down the gap. believable. Mostly believable. So now we have a nice little place up here for people to have beds in. We have some room down here for people to come in and out of the place through. Probably do some cooking in this area and sitting and eating in this area, and it's nighttime, of course. So the outside is not going to look any brighter. Christian, Vortex does a pretty good job at mod order. I've not heard any complaints about it putting things in bad orders, but that's obviously subject to... Well, there's my provisioner. Well, the provisioner's dog, anyway. What happens if I put one of these ramps underneath there? Let me see. Alright. How much can I get away with? Okay, I can still get in down here. What does the... The top side looks actually closed off. I could actually push it a little bit forward and it still wouldn't interfere with those stairs. Let's get it a little bit straighter. And fight with the controller. That's an obligatory part of this game, I think. Yeah. I don't see steps coming through on the back side of it. So let's verify that... Yeah? I think that I've managed to do what I wanted to with that one. Let's explore the possibilities here. That's floating like crazy. Okay, object snap is definitely not what I want for that. I can line up the end grain a little bit. That's a little better looking. Just a hair over so that we don't have conflict with the stairs. If settlers won't go upstairs, they're just going to stand around under their beds. I know we've all seen that before. That would be lined up, but that's not going to work, so we do need it a little bit off. Otherwise, it'll interfere with them going up the stairs, I'm sure of it. But yeah, this is a nice little place for somebody to call home. There's only a few holes in the walls, which, I mean, technically we could... That one's patched. Gonna leave that the way it is, I think. I don't have anything that would act like a window there, and there definitely should be a window there, even though I don't see where Bethesda left any room for a window there. That's where that piece of floor stuck through. It's not really necessary, is it? Is it hiding a hole? It is hiding a hole. But, if I recall correctly, that hole falls completely outside the upstairs now. Yeah. Create a maze and then run through it. That's the name of the game today. That's an unnecessary piece. Just take a step back. That's a very homely looking home. From this side. Yeah, it definitely looks like somebody tore down a barn and reused the pieces to rebuild a house. I like it. Oh. I seem to have forgotten that that's not really a couch. Dirt floor. No, I think they definitely would have have done some fixing on. Why did I hit that button? You know, I can pick up debris, or I can scrap it. Can I pick it up? Nope. That would have been nice, been able to pick up that pile of leaves and put it where I wanted it. And I think I am going to cover over that hole in the floor. Like I said, the plywood hides a myriad of sins. So we'll need some kind of seating area. I'm thinking table and chairs for over and across from the door here. Nothing too fancy. The glass door reinforced by wooden panels. I'm not sure I'm understanding your recommendation. I'd probably be able to salvage a chair from a nice set. Thank you, Radstorm. I always wanted to sit in a... Oh, and I can't even sit in that chair. Can I sit in this one? Yes. Is it me, or does everything look brighter after a Radstorm? I hear my provisioner again. And, well, I should, because the dog was walking right through the house. Something tells me I have a provisioner on the roof. Not on the roof, but might as well be. Just standing in the way now. Now maybe the dog will go with her. One can hope, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Use the glass doors. Doors are over here. And I probably just went to the wrong doors, yeah? Use these or one of these, as a window. And then I can cover up the wall around it. That is an excellent idea. Now I have to turn snapping off, or else it's going to try and snap to everything but what I want it to. This like that. And surface snap off before I drive myself batty trying to go above it with a handrail. Oh. Before I get too comfortable with this door here, I guess I have to get rid of the vine. If I don't do that, as Sardiliac has proven, the settlers will just open it and leave it that way. Much better. I'm glad I slept through the night so I could get a nice bright sunny day and build in the daylight. Same as the couch that was in the yard. Begin with. But this one should let people... Yep, it does let people sit on it. Nobody ever sits anywhere except for the center of the sofa anyway. Sure it's not too close to either seat, or people won't sit on it. They'll just move around it. Or they won't move around it, I should say. There, they've got a place to sit, a place to eat. I'm gonna do something back here to make this a place to cook. I suppose we should give them some light. Although with the Commonwealth, they might want to live in the dark. We need something nicer than a ceiling fan. But that ceiling fan can replace this ceiling fan. Maybe. It's not like it's not going to be bright with this barrel burning all the time anyway. The barrel's just not placed in a convenient spot to be inventive with a trying to make a grill out of it. And I did see what Barbarian said. He said that this light is the one not this one. This light is the one you said looks good up here, right, Barbarian? You're right, Groucho. New England weather it's going to be what it is, even in the event of nuclear war, so get used to it, right? The years I spent living in New Hampshire just taught me that there is no easy way around it. The weather is going to do what it's going to do, and you're going to like it or you're going to leave. This stove actually works very well with this hole in the wall. Put it a little bit further back. There we go. No. This one does have some flat pieces of plywood further on. Fallout Gamer! Welcome aboard! Hello, Dalton. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're having an excellent weekend. There. And that looks horrible. That looks a little bit better. I suppose, being we're giving them lights, we should put some power into the building somewhere. And I was going to put a generator down in the cellar, wasn't I? What's the generator going to be? Do we want them to have lots of power so I don't have to worry about having enough? 'Cause I really don't need to worry about having enough power. They're not getting any high-end turrets or anything down here. So I could probably just get away with a large generator. That looks stupid, though. At least with this. Stupid amounts of power, but less stupid looking in the long run. And naturally, it's not letting me do the wire trick. So let me do it with a ground connector. Wow, it is really being picky there. Now, we know that we have power to here. We're going to need to go upstairs. Get some power. We have some light over here, and they're far enough away over there that it's not getting to them, but that's okay. If I put a connector up here. probably put one. I want a smaller one. Right up here. If I did this right, it won't sag into the room. It only, well, sort of sags into the room. Not too badly. And then just a wire over to this side of the room. Theory, that should be close enough to turn that light on. Of course it's not. So let's put a connector out here. And it's still doing the thing. I just can't get a decent angle on that. And there we have light there. Shouldn't look too terrible. Nope. Goes under the floor, never goes through the building. Now we can get rid of that. Hopefully I won't need to run another wire, but if I do, I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's one of the things that keeps me from playing the 76 Hawk. There's not a lot of building that you can do in it. And I really enjoy the building. I mean, I guess that's why we're all here, is because we all really enjoy the building. Go figure, that light does not reach the ground here. Which ceiling light does? Will this one reach the floor? That one reaches the floor. Maybe maybe they need a couple of rooms. No. Trying to figure out how to make them happy up here. They're going to need a couple of beds, because there's going to be at least 2 people here. Oh, I know I said that's going to be a reading nook, so let me do that before I forget about it. On a table like that, and a cabinet like that. That's reasonable. I know I'm going to give them some beds, so... For now, let's do 2 beds up here. And a dresser in between. Is it? Yeah, it's containers, right? Yep. A dresser in between. And they can have a light on the dresser. Take care, gamer. Sorry I didn't see you leaving right away. Thanks for coming by. Jet Jaguar, good to see you. Yeah, I'm feeling like we're going to do 2 more beds. Maybe a little bit nicer than the 2 cots. That way we have more beds than we could possibly need for the 2 people who will inevitably spawn into more, because I will forget to turn off the beacon. No, it's in tables, the square cabinet looking table. Yeah, put that there. They get nicer beds, but a worse light. Seems a fair trade-off. And their dresser will take a page out of Diamond City's book. We'll block the hole in the wall with it. It's no bookcase, but it'll do. That's a bookcase. Not like you guys couldn't read that on the screen or anything. It's a little dark back here. I just don't want the glaring... Those are really bright. Let's see. Those round ones are fairly dim. Will this be bright enough to make the stairwell... No, not really. Makes the landing area here feel a little bit... Can't put it too low or else they'll hit their heads on it. There. No? Wow, I was... Holy cow. Just float that anywhere. Actually, if I put it over the stairs more directly, will that help? Because in reality, people would want to be able to see the stairs. So it's just... It's too dim. What's the, light like that? It's not quite enough to make a difference. And this one is not actually bright at all. Does light up the stairs a little bit better. I think I'm going to have to break down and put something actually on the stairs. This is fine for this landing. It's the art project's going, Clem. It's actually running fairly nice right now. Trying to figure out how to light these stairs without making it too darn bright in this corner. Ooh. How bright is this? This might be the answer to that. I think the the single one is not too bright. Actually, it looks like it's not bright at all. If I put it over here, it's going to be way too bright, right? Actually, it doesn't look way too bright. It just has to be mounted to something. That seems to make the most sense to me. People can see the steps. They're coming up here in the middle of the night. They have a spot to read. They have a place to sleep. Come down here. They have a place to sit or eat. That's not bright enough. Does this reach the floor? That's a little better. And in here, they actually want it to be bright where they're cooking. Yeah. Maybe even put a wall light up here. Let's stay rustic. Let's see, they need a counter. We don't want anything too fancy. What are the... Those are custom tables. What are the kitchen counters? That's not it. That's fancy wood. That's high tech. It's probably not in furniture. It's probably in... themes. Nope, not in themes. Okay, Clint. Well, you know, my NPCs are trying to better themselves. Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I know that there's a bathroom. There's a cafe. But that's not... kitchen. I should have just thought of the word kitchen. That's not even thinking about being straight. And it's a little bit into the wall. So. And a refrigerator. Oh, there we go. It's not through the wall, so... This door doesn't snap onto that? Well, what good is the door that snaps onto the refrigerator if it doesn't snap on the refrigerator? I'll just use a regular fridge then. That looks beat up enough. That is definitely floating. That's better. He said he should leave and go do something important. He didn't say he was leaving. Yeah, the provisioner can keep sleeping on the porch. I'm not worried about that. And I think they need a bookshelf sort of thing. Oh, I kind of like that whitewashed look. So let's... Yeah, something to keep their dishes and glasses in. But definitely cannot put two of the same exact one on top of each other. So let's take that one, move it out. Put this one in the corner here. And this one on top of it. Are they a different width? You gotta be kidding me. They can't be a different width. There. That way the pattern doesn't repeat and it still looks good. Can put some pots and pans and some dishes on that. They got a place to clean up after they've cooked, place to store some food, place to sleep, a place to eat. I think this is a house that I'm going to call done. Can get rid of this generator because they don't need that now. Okay. I'm seeing that it's an hour and a half since we started off, so I'm going to very quickly take a 5 to 10 minute break, and when I come back we'll get some something going on in the field on the other side of the house. Doug, that didn't surprise me very much. Okay, let me go ahead and pause. Smoke them if you got them. Refill your drinks and beverages. Run to the bathroom if you need to. I will be back in about approximately 5 minutes. Alrighty, folks, and I'm back. Let's get some sleep so we have the full light of day to work with. I definitely agree with you there, both Barbarian and Brookie. A kettle is an essential that you cannot live without. I know that the y'all from jolly old England do tea in your kettle. I'm thinking I might want to put another one of these broken wall sections here, bring it all the way to the edge of the stairs, but I'll put some more thought into that at a later point in time. Let's discover what we can do to make this field usable space. Now, obviously, the big house is set up as a place where a group of settlers can live together in some form of safety and harmony. And they have a bar and clinic over there. So maybe they have a little general trader or scrap merchant over here. Well, general trader would be a scrap merchant. And, I don't see anywhere that they would be able to gather weapons from, per se, other than random travelers by. But they definitely would be able to do some hunting out this way. You got plenty of wide open spaces, so a general goods and a armorer would definitely work out on this side. And I don't need dummy stores. Okay, so we need to come up with a layout for this side. So let's start cleaning some stuff up. Again, let me quickly save, because I don't want to get rid of something and then regret it. Okay, this game amazes me sometimes. Scrapping the debris under the piece of wall just threw me off. See, if I take that dead tree, it's going to take all that ground with it, along with that rock. I don't want it to do that. And that one is all those rocks and trees as well. So that copse of trees is just going to have to stay there, because otherwise I lose all that nifty ground cover. Can take that piece of wall out of there, though. But these trees seem to be a little bit more singular. Or at least not taking large chunks of ground with them. That's just the tree and branches, right? Now I lost a rock. A foot-crushing piece of rock. Some, let's see, a tire, a refrigerator door, barrel. Those rocks can stay for now. Those rocks can stay for now. As can those. Still don't know what I'm going to do about this rowboat, but I don't want to get rid of it. Because I'm sure I can use it for something. Kind of like leaving this fence along here. That tree is not bothering me. This creosote bush can go. This looks like it's a good place, so let's start by planning maybe a little boardwalk through here and set up a couple of shops on either side of the walk. But I have all this room to play with. I can put a guard post on this side, too, looking down over the road. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll put a second guard post over here, looking down over the road. And then the shops will be back here. And I can have a walkway right through here. How many shack bridge options do I have? Ooh. That's actually not a bad looking piece. Well, that snapped to a foundation. So if I put that there like that, it does not snap. That's a heck of a bridge there. And that's just the foundation without the top. Does... No, that's not sized right for it. Okay. So the question is, do we want the walk wide enough to use this? So we can put some stairs up to here. But we would want it tall enough that it makes sense. That's actually serving its duty as a walkway around the front. That'll take it right across those rocks. I actually kept those so that they looked a little bit natural. Let's try and give it some room. I want to get all the way over there. I'm going to need to turn that. I do not, however, want to move these two items. Let's not be too overly inventive about our... I don't want to make it so that they... Okay. That's just a little bit too... just a hair too high. It convincingly looks to me like it's not floating. Jules! Di likes to lurk and watch. That... Will settlers walk up these stairs? And they should path just fine on that, right? You'd think. If you wanted to go into the market area... I think we're going back to a shack bridge. And I can't get it as low here as the boardwalk. But I can on this side, so let's... One side of this has to work out, right? And then this one can go here. And now we can have the marketplace elevated on this side. There we go. Just to keep it from being a regular shape, we'll do that like that. And maybe they get a little shed of some sort in the back here to store their goods in. So we're going to need a set of stairs going down. Not prefabs. These. There's one piece in here. This doesn't actually snap to anything, though. And you'd think that it would. Because and lo and behold, it does now. I give up. I tried to make this thing snap 7 ways from Sunday, and it wouldn't do it, and now it just does it. I want to go around this tree. So put you there. See, I wouldn't mind a little snow myself. The problem then becomes how long it stays. If I lived in an area where it could snow, it would be too much for my personal tastes. And it's you know, it's one of those things that everybody has to decide what they feel is good for an amount of snow. But in my case, I am no longer capable of cleaning up snow year-round. So anything more than a dusting is going to be an issue for me. But I know my grandkids would absolutely be over the moon for some real snow. I was watching my nieces and nephews play in the snow. They went to a family home up north. My battle brother and his wife and kids. And it was hilarious because those kids have lived in the South their whole life. So they don't have any real experience with snow. And oh, the joy that they seemed to be having. It was just absolutely joy on their faces. This one in here like this. And before somebody asks, no, my battle brother is not my blood relative, so the kids are not my biological nieces and nephews. But we serve together, and we treat each other as family, and our families as family. So with that, my kids call him Uncle Ed, and his kids call me Uncle Rob. I haven't overguessed how much room I have to do this with. That should not be sticking out on the tree side. It is not. Now we have some supports. Wasteland carpentry. At its finest. Yeah, watching them play in the snow, I wanted to be young playing in the snow again. And I think that is actually what it's all about, you know? Find the joy in the kids enjoying it, not necessarily in me being there anymore. Because I don't think I could, I don't know if I could handle making a snowman anymore. Not so much the act of making the snowman, because I know I could still do that. Okay, this one's going to go on here like this. It's all of the things that go with it, you know, cleaning the driveway and cleaning the front walk. And I mean, as it is, we get an ice storm down here, and it's somewhat difficult on... I'm out of wood again. How is that even remotely possible? Making a snow dragon, that would definitely be a worthwhile endeavor. Okay, it needs to go on this corner so that the ground doesn't lift it up. There. Got the armor, general store. Is this... That's the armor shop. That's a level 2. Is that really the level 2? It's not. I'm a bonehead. That's probably how I ended up with not enough wood. Build and scrap, build and scrap. Now, you northerners, you get all the snow. And you can keep it. Give them plenty of options. For walking up and down. And they should be fine. Right? Right. Plenty of storage room in here. Now we just need a guard post at this corner. So let's... block that with that. Semi-solid looking structure on this corner. Try and keep the variety going. Just so it's... I know that there's a double of that plywood one. And I'm wrong, there's not a double of the plywood one. I thought there was. Maybe it's a different mod I'm thinking of. Yeah, the part that doesn't make sense, though, about the running out of materials is you'd have to say that every one of my settlements is out of wood, and that's just not feasible. So I'm not sure how I ended up out of wood. Now, if I place this correctly, it has barbed wire on the outside of the fence, but the posts don't come through. Uh-oh. Watch Rob fall off the crap. Try and get a good view of the thing. It's not quite straight. Well, it's not quite crooked in the right manner. Let's put it that way. Let's see how I need to shift a little bit over that, or twist a little bit over towards the corner. Like that. And then looks like we're going to get a little bit of the fence through it. Yeah, I can't have the post sitting in midair. Alright, the post is not off the deck on this side, it's not off the deck on that side. It'll have to do. And if I assign a guard to that, he's going to automatically patrol between both of these. This guard post, this guard post. So that's 2, yeah? Yeah. So he'll do both of these and that one in some kind of rotation. I think that works pretty well for me. We have just 3 water here. And we have this dead space right here. So let me take advantage of the dead space. And give us some more water at the same time. They're trading for food, so that's not an issue. The only person who's here works here, so as the provisioner, so the happiness is fine. Between turrets, which I want to put these turrets, this turret back into the brush over here, because I like making it look like they tried to hide it a little bit. Those two turrets control the driveway. There's one back here on the rock, basically taking the area. If you get past the first two turrets, you get engaged when you come up here. So we need something on the far side. I think there's one in the bush here. So we need one beneath the guard tower, I'd say. That actually isn't far enough. Being placed anywhere lets me do it. Let's put it right out on the edge of the rock. Its field of fire definitely controls this corner. I don't know, I'm thinking this is getting to be a pretty nice place to live. This is all going to be storage, so let's... That's too big. That's too big. There we go. Help if we did that, yeah. This one here like this. This one here like this. Rob gets very quiet when he's putting things and thinking at the same time. And then maybe a... What the heck is that? Couple of these. And some wooden bookshelves. Plenty of room to store all of the goodies that they are selling here. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate the kind word. I imagine these folks are gonna have a nice place to live when I'm done with it. But of course, it won't be complete without... For a second, I was wondering who moved in here while I was working. Around. You're a provisioner. I know you're new around here. You're new around here twice a day. Now, of course, we're going to have our secret reason for being down here. That's right. This is where they make the chems. This is the place in my... They're just going to have to come down here to make all the different chems. I like that there's multiple chem stations. It makes it, makes it so that you can do different things with the, place. Now, I don't need more than one chem station, but having the different ones means that I can decorate a little bit, you know? And of course, they're all usable as chem stations. This is where the jet's made. This is where we make the grape mentats and the psycho and whatever else is selling in the Commonwealth. The provisioners will relay it back to Sanctuary, where I sell everything to Carla, and she distributes it throughout the Commonwealth so that I don't have to get my hands dirty. Yes, sir, bub. You ran out of materials in Far Harbor. That's rough. Alright, I know the tool chest is in one of these. Now I can surface snap again. This is the file cabinet. In case y'all couldn't read again, yeah, I'm good at stating the obvious. Where's that tall tool chest? There we go. for the little toolbox here. And a sign. Well, Jet, you know, letting Carla take the fall. She's been doing this long enough. She knows how it works. She knows which palms to grease. I just realized there's no power in this building, is there? So I am going to have to go back downstairs. I should probably put a light over here. I have just the one in mind. Okay, and a connector on the ceiling. Let's see if I can need to be seeing the wire, not the generator. No, I'm just not going to be able to do that. Should have left that in place in the first place. Okay, why? Don't ask questions, Jackson. Just keep going. Plenty of light to work with. I need to put some power in here. And the heck with it, I'm just going to use this conduit on the ground. I'm going to leave it here in case I need it again. Shouldn't show up through the ground outside. Ah, it does, it does. You know what? Move this to over here. And there we go. No wire to be seen except for behind the counter, which doesn't matter to anybody. Alright, yeah, it's bothering me. I'm gonna put a rail up there. But I'm not putting a rail here, darn it. Somebody has to be able to fall and twist their ankle. Okay. Circuit. I might have to run a wire up here. Let's find out. If I put a light on that dresser and it doesn't light, I'll need power up top. But that's okay, 'cause I think I'm going to need power here anyway. Because I'm thinking I'm going to move that settlement beacon around back here. It'll be out of the way. Can I see enough wire to go direct from here? Yep. There's my beacon. Still powered off, thank you. And I'm not in the build area. There we go. Okay, so it doesn't like that at all. Is that close enough? No. It is not. Can I see it from the ground, though? I can. So then I just need one up there on this menagerie. power into the place. We've got power down here. Okay, we've got no light on that. We need a light on that. Okay, where's neon lights? There they are. That won't put itself on there, huh? That actually sort of makes sense at that angle, too. Just need some clutter now, and we can start inviting people to live here. Not really enough room in there for clutter, but we can put clutter outside of it. I don't want it to be lost. Here we go. Somewhere where the net touches ground. Mostly touches ground. The boxes aren't floating, the barrels aren't floating. I bet I was in the right spot. Yep. And something... get closer to the... Oh, I have place everywhere, of course, it can get closer to the thing. And there we have our marketplace. A little bit of clutter. They need a table to take a break at. Nothing too fancy, though. And a couple of folding chairs to actually enjoy that break at the table. Not that I believe either of them would ever, or both of them would take a break at the same time. I absolutely love the fact that I added that windmill and the shadow is actually being cast by it. It's little things like that that remind me why I fell in love with this game. There's so many things that are broken about it, but things like that are so nice. That shopping list, while may be accurate, it doesn't help you actually get anything. Alright, my friends. We're a little bit short of the 3-hour mark today, and as opposed to my normal reason for stopping, which is I can no longer speak, I think I've run out of things I want to actually build here. So the next step is to start attracting peoples. And hope that they enjoy the place. So while the beacon is firing up and hopefully bringing in new settlers, I'll take us on a tour from the approach point here. Definitely looks like somebody has rehabbed the old place. As you come up the front step or the front drive here, you've got a turret facing you there. If you mean ill will, you're not going to enjoy coming up this slope. As you get past this lip in the slope, you've got another turret over there facing you. But as you come up, you also see that you've got a pub and clinic open for your enjoyment. Come on in, have a drink, grab a drink, and take it outside. I think that the one thing that they don't have in here that they definitely need is a light. Because we know that bars are open late. But I'm not giving them anything fancy, because this was a garage after all. So they get that. I think it's suitable. Yes. You bring your drink outside, enjoy it on the patio. If you weren't aware of it by this point, the security guard up on top of the structure who might yell down to you if you're getting a little bit rowdy to knock it off. He has his own place to sleep up here. Come down to the house itself that's been refurbished. The provisioners got their own little camping sleeping bag out here in front so that they can catch a nap when they don't have to rush off. But the residents have a nice place to sit and eat. Nice little kitchen back here to fix some food with in. Gone upstairs. We have a place to read and a place to sleep. Well-lit stairwells so that we don't have anybody hurting themselves on the way up or down. The window on the front here is actually a door that is officially open, so they will never change that status. If we come on up here, we get to the second security post, which overlooks the approach from the road. And if I remember that correctly, that's the, is that the meatpacking plant there? I'll have to scratch my head over that one. We've got the general store and the armor shop over here with plenty of storage for their stuff. And if you know the right people, they might just be able to hand you a package of something special made in the secret workshop below the house. I want to thank everybody for coming and staying with us for the almost 3 hours we were building today. Coastal Cottage is not a large settlement, nor is the building itself very large, so the two-part series is now concluded. I will, however, at some point in the future, do a brief stopover at the settlements that we have constructed so that you can see them occupied with people. But for now, I bid you all adieu. I hope that you and your families are finding a joyous and prosperous new year. I hope that everybody's enjoyed their stay with us today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I have been enjoying every moment of the day. You guys make it incredibly fun. And I will see you guys throughout the week on some other folks' streams. Everybody remember Sardeliac streams at noon on Sundays. Die streams on Tuesdays at noon Arizona time. She does Fallout 4. Sea of Thieves on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I will be back again on Friday night with next week's Friday Night Fights, which will be World of Tanks. I hope you've all had